Alright, so what I got is I got this stream here with this little dam. There's a muskrat hut over there. Over the past 4 months I've seen a lot of mink and muskrat activity, and I know this is a really good place. So what we got here is we got this little set. Looks like there's nothing there, right? Well, that's wrong. So what we got is we got this little island in the middle kind of thing. We got this little puddle, basically this little body of water, and we got that little island in the middle, basically a little tuft of grass with a few saplings growing out of it. It is natural, but I did add a few pieces of grass there. So basically what's gonna happen is a mink or a muskrat, I made this set for both. I don't want to just catch one species. I want to make it open for both a mink or a muskrat to walk in, so I used baits that are good for both, and traps that are the appropriate size for both. So what I have here is I have this little thing, 3 ways to get in. There's a way to get in here, a way to get in over there, and a way to get in right there. Alright, so in this tuft of grass in the middle, I added some muskrat lure and some fish oil that I made. I caught a couple crappies this summer, and I basically just let them rot in the hot sun and collected this wonderful smelling juice. All right, so I just got some of the natural grasses from the area, crumpled them up in a ball, and stuffed them there in the center, and just basically squirted that whole thing full of smelly, nice scent. Now, I used #1 Longsprings for my traps. All right, there's the #1 Longspring. All these traps are submerged into the water, so they're not visible. And they're between 2 little lumps of grass, so they have to step over them right down in the middle there. Now, all these traps are also anchored the same way. I used the chain, I used the J-hooks, and I also used some cable. Now, here's where the chain connects to this loop here, the J-hook right there. All you need for this kind of anchoring system is a S-hook tool. And then to this cable here, which I then wrapped around itself to this stout sapling. All right, no way a small little mink or muskrat is going to get off of that. All these traps are anchored the same way. All right, so there's set #1. Here's set #2. All right, anchored the same way to that little tree right there, underwater, #1 Longspring. And right there, underwater, #1 Longspring, and it's anchored to this stick and that sapling right there. Okay, so if that isn't enough, I got a little bait pile in the middle, got all the exits covered, so from any direction they come, they'll get caught. I also just wanted to add a little bit of enticement, I guess. So, right there, you can see there's a little stick right here, and basically that is mink lure. So, if I don't catch a muskrat, I'll catch a mink, and it's right beside the traps. They'll go over there to check that out. All right, I got one here too. There's the trap, there's the stick with the bait, and I got one here too. There's the trap, and then there's the stick with the bait. All right, so basically all 3 of these traps are the same. All the exits are covered. There's a nice smelly little pile of bait in the middle, and beside each trap is a little bit of bait. So, mink or muskrat, when they come down this little little creek right here, or in from the water's edge, hopefully they'll smell the bait, and hopefully they'll walk right into one of my traps. So, this is a 3-set mink and muskrat trap with a little bit of bait in the middle.